Government banks usually offer any loan above 7.5 lakhs with collateral only. There are certain government banks who do offer up to 40 lakhs without collateral also, but their process stays same as non-collateral loan process, which I'm going to talk about in a while. So it's a simple process but slightly different from the secured process. So here the first step is to collect the documents and the login is done later. Generally this step is a real pain because bank staff has a lot of favoritism and they decide which file goes first and whose file goes later because there is generally a queue. Hello all, this is Damini, co-founder of WeMakeScholars, India's largest education finance platform. So we started in 2015 with funding and support from Ministry of IT, Government of India, and we help students like you with scholarships and education loans for their higher studies abroad. Hence, our videos are the most trusted source of information than watching some random blogger. And even though we are giving you this information just through these videos, but if any bank staff denies accepting anything we have said in the videos, then we are just a call away. Just call us and we will speak to the branch staff and get it sorted. LoanFlix web series talks about everything about education loans, and this particular video is going to talk about the process of applying for abroad education loan. So in this video, I will cover number 1, step-by-step process for government banks for secured loans, and then I'll talk about step-by-step process followed by private banks and NBFCs for unsecured loans. And during each step, I'll also specify how much time each step takes by the lender. And in the end, I'll also talk about the documents required to complete the process. Now let's start. So as I have mentioned in my last video, government banks usually offer any loan above 7.5 lakhs with collateral only. There are certain government banks who do offer up to 40 lakhs without collateral also, but their process stays same as non-collateral loan process, which I'm going to talk about in a while. So for now, we will focus on the collateralized or secured loan process. So for government banks, the process is mostly offline, which means you will have to visit the bank at multiple occasions. But when you apply through WeMakeScholars, your visits are cut to minimal because your WeMakeScholars financial officer will do the entire work of coordinating with the bank staff to move your process forward. So the first step is online login of the application with basic details like expenses for your university, loan amount requirement, etc. And now this login can be either done on Vidya Lakshmi portal or on WeMakeScholars portal. Doesn't matter which login tool you use, you can still avail help from your WeMakeScholars financial officer and it is free. And the secret is WeMakeScholars login portal is way easier than Vidya Lakshmi portal, so choose that. The second step is collecting the documents as per the loan scheme you're applying for and also the collateral documents as per your city. You will get the complete checklist once your login is done on WeMakeScholars portal. Step 3, submit all the documents in the bank branch and they will initiate the legal check and valuation of your property. Generally, this step is a real pain because bank staff has a lot of favoritism and they decide which file goes first and whose file goes later because there is generally a queue. This problem can be greatly solved when you apply via WeMakeScholars because they don't dare to delay our files because number 1, we are their national partner and number 2, we are government funded. Plus, we keep following up with them if there is any delay. And the last step is if your legal report is positive, the file moves to the processing center and the loan is approved. Please note that if you're staying in a different city and your collateral property is in another city or town, WeMakeScholars can still do the entire process for you without you having to travel to another city. It's just that you need someone locally there who can unlock and show the property to the bank staff whenever required. And such multi-city cases are not at all possible if you're applying on your own without WeMakeScholars. So once the loan is approved, you and your co-applicant will be given an appointment and you will have to go to the bank to sign the loan agreement and mortgage creation. Once this is done, you can request for a disbursement. Please note that the interest is only charged on the amount which you use or disburse, not on the amount which is sanctioned. Now this was the process for government banks with collateral loans. Now let's talk about private banks and NBFCs for their non-collateral loans and also for a few government banks. As the non-collateral loans doesn't have a security involved, the process is much faster because there is no collateral legal, no valuation to be done. So it's a simple process but slightly different from the secured process. So here the first step is to collect the documents and the login is done later. Your WeMakeScholars financial officer will share the document checklist with you and an uploading link. As there is no physical visit required, all the documents can be uploaded online and this process is followed by all private banks and NBFCs. Please note that in terms of safety of your documents, WeMakeScholars portal is the most secured one as only the authorized bank staff has access to your documents, unlike sharing those documents over an email which keeps getting passed on. So don't believe me? Check out thousands of reviews about WeMakeScholars online which talks about the safety of the documents. Once the documents are uploaded, your file will be logged in. Now, after login, within 1 to 2 days, you will receive an information verification call from the credit team of the bank or NBFC. And then your loan will be approved if you meet the eligibility criteria. I discussed the eligibility criteria for non-collateral loans in a very detailed way in my last video. The link is mentioned above as well as in the description. Make sure to watch that video after this one. So once the loan is approved, you will be verbally told the terms like loan amount, interest rate, processing fee. And that's where WeMakeScholars team can greatly help you with the negotiations like increasing the loan amount or reducing the interest rate or processing fee. So once the negotiations are done, you pay the processing fee if your expectations are met, and then you have to sign the loan agreement with the bank or the NBFC. Now for NBFCs, you can do it from your home location. You will need some stamp papers for that, which you'll have to purchase, and once done, you can courier the complete set of documents to the NBFC. But for private banks, you will be asked to visit the nearest processing center for the loan agreement, and you will still have to purchase the stamp papers from your pocket. All the banks and NBFCs require this minimum basic list of documents, which I'm going to tell you now. But please note that this is not the complete list, because the complete list depends on a lot of factors about your profile, your co-applicant's profession, the city you reside in. So this is just the basic list which is applicable to everyone, but the final comprehensive list for you will be given to you by your WeMakeScholars financial officer. Student needs to have number 1, passport, mandatory for all abroad education loans. PAN card, mandatory again. Address proof for the current and permanent address. Academic documents, 10th, 12th, degree if applicable. Your offer letter and proof of expenses in case your offer letter doesn't specify the cost. You need a website screenshot. And last one, IELTS, TOEFL and GRE scorecard. In case you have written that, it's not mandatory. Co-applicant should have income tax returns of last 2 years or income certificate. And if your co-applicant is salaried, then salary slips are required. If your co-applicant is self-employed, then business proof is required. I hope you have got a clear understanding of the loan process and the documents required. Please do not forget to watch the last video in which I spoke about the eligibility criteria for non-collateral loans. And in case you want to know the eligibility criteria for secured loans from government banks, you can watch my another video from season 2, for which the link is given in the description. If you have any questions about your loan eligibility, please request a call back and speak to your WeMakeScholars financial officer. I'm repeating again, all the services of WeMakeScholars are absolutely free, as we are funded and supported by the Ministry of IT Government of India. And to request a call back, you can follow the link given in the description and the link mentioned above. If you found this useful, make sure to watch our next few episodes as well, in which I'm going to make a detailed video about government bank's education loan, and I'm going to make another video about Vidya Lakshmi portal. So if you don't want to miss out on that, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon. And do like this video so that we'll know that it was useful. And please note that we are not just one of those people who give yarn just on videos. We stand by you when you're right in the bank branch and the manager is not listening to you. Hence, please apply for your education loan via WeMakeScholars only.